It means person that matches best with you. Not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect person out there. Somebody will always have something that you don't click with or vibe with or wherever the case may be. But what's the person that matches best with you? Do you have the same values? Do you have the same goal? The same mindset? What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I'm your host, Zakka, and what is Nerdy Dating? It's a relationship podcast from a viewpoint of a nerd. And there's a question you want me to answer on the show, please put in the comment section below, or you can send it to alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com, and I'll answer on the show as well. Now, let's go and get into today's episode of just reaction, reviews, and whatnot. So, this first one is going to be from Caroline Corin. And let's see what she's got for us today.
If you truly believe that no one likes you, then yeah, you're probably right.
But facts are facts, babe. Like, I don't mean that to be condescending, but I'm 32 and I've never had a boyfriend, and I have been through every step of manifesting and positive thinking and holding my hopes up and trying to just be the light that I am and put that out into the world for whoever wants it, not just men. And I come up empty-handed every time, and it's so exhausting because I just feel like I'm sick of crying over these men and these failed friendships that, like, I didn't do anything I just existed. Like, the proof is in the pudding here. I am a well-rounded person, and I've worked so hard on myself, and when you still come up short, I don't know how you move forward from there.
I'm saying that.
Okay, so one, I mentioned on another episode before that dating is not easy during this time, but that is because you want to find the best person for you. You're not trying to date the world. If you're trying to date the world, then it will be easy to just find yourself walking to another relationship after another relationship. If you didn't care about who you're dating, you're just just looking for person to person, body to body, you wouldn't care. But if you have standards and you have preferences and you try and find somebody to write off on a checklist, it is gonna be hard to find somebody because not everybody's gonna match what you're looking for. To say, like, your age, that you're 32 and haven't met somebody or have been in a serious relationship, that's perfectly fine. But also, one thing to look at here, and not saying you should lower your standards, but check where your preferences are. Are your preferences too high? Or you have, like, this person that meet X amount and meet this thing, meet this quote before you can finally date them? Or are you being someone who's like, well, I can't do that. I can't date somebody until I hit this goal. I can't date somebody until I hit that goal. I can't date somebody until I hit this goal. Or anytime you go on a date with somebody, you're like, one wrong thing checks off, I can't date them. So it's a two-way street here. One, look at what you're doing. Look at what your preferences are. If your preferences are too high, I think everybody should have standards. But if your preferences are too high, then maybe you should check something off your preference. Maybe you don't have to be somebody who plays golf every day, or like you have Wimbledon on your shirt, which congratulations, you got to go to Wimbledon. But maybe you have to find somebody who's a tennis player. Maybe you can find somebody who's into baseball or wherever sport they're into, or maybe they're not a sports person at all. Like, where are your preferences at? Now, keep your standards, but if your preferences are higher than your standards, then maybe cut out some of the preferences. Maybe you don't have to meet this $100,000, salary a year, but maybe it's like $80,000 or $70,000 or enough to, like, they're living a good life and financially set. That's what you're looking for, stability. It's financially stable, or they have a job and a car. Like, what are your preferences? Because you can go from body to body. You can go from a relationship hop, but if you're looking to try and find that perfect person, that's where you're gonna find yourself being single a lot longer and saying, I can't find this perfect person. And I always say, you're not looking for to date the world, be looking for the person that matches best with you. Now, best doesn't mean perfect. It means person that matches best with you. Not perfect. There's no such thing as a perfect person out there. Somebody will always have something that you don't click with or vibe with or wherever the case may be. But what's the person that matches best with you? Do you have the same values? Do you have the same goal? The same mindset? The same, and mindset now isn't like, y'all have group think. Like, they can think opposite of you, but don't think like, are you completely polar opposites? Like, do y'all at least align on some things? If y'all don't align and you're just this person has, you line on 5 things, but the 6th thing y'all line on, you line on 3 things, and the 3rd thing you line on, you're like, out. And that 3rd thing would be like, oh yeah, I don't really value cars, so I don't put money into cars. So what do you mean? Or I don't watch romance movies. What? Like, I'm out. Like, or they're not just into the one thing that I'm really into. Like, if that's where you're at, you're trying to find somebody, like, almost somebody who play tennis with me every single day. That's where, and I'm not saying tennis can have Wimbledon on your shirt and a Wimbledon hat, but you're looking for somebody who plays tennis with you every single day. They're not a tennis player. That could be, and that's like your checklist. That could be what holding you back. Maybe you might not find somebody who play tennis with you every day, but maybe they might play tennis with you once a month, kind of thing. But maybe tennis is your thing, and they have their own thing that you're not into, or maybe they're into something that you're not into, and you like already know, oh, they're into anime, so I'm going to go ahead and cut them off because I'm just not into that. So look at your preferences, look at your standards, and see what about them that could be holding you from meeting a relationship. But also the same thing, you don't want to look for the perfect person, look for the best person that matches you. So lastly, positive note, keep your head up. Don't put your head down, say I'm never gonna meet somebody. Dating is not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard to find somebody that matches best with you, especially if you have standards. So just remember that. And if your preferences are way too high, maybe change some of your preferences off that list. Just think about that. Keep your standards, but don't keep your preferences. Like, preferences are there, like, okay, they hit all these things. It'd be nice they had that, but they don't need that. And check that. Check what your preferences are compared to your standards. All right, next video here. This is from Black Mentors.
Did you leave a 6-year relationship? I left a 6-year relationship because after 6 years, I was tired of asking, take me on a date. Let's go out. I look pretty. Let's do something. This guy worked the whole time we were together, and it's fine. But like, I work too. I don't live to work.
Why did you leave a 6-year relationship?
I left a 6.
Why did you leave a 6-year relationship?
There you go. So this right here is just a reminder of put value into your relationship. It's a reminder of putting value into your relationship. Do not let your relationship die. You got a relationship for a reason. Don't have your relationship be a check mark, a check box. Okay, I got the relationship. Check. Now I'm not gonna put anything into the relationship. No, you have to continually put in effort to date your partner. Just because you got a relationship with them, and just because you're dating them and you stop putting effort into dating them, your relationship's gonna die out. You don't want your relationship to die out. You want to put in effort into your relationship. Put in value. Take her out. Tell her she's pretty. Don't stop. Do not stop doing the things you made her feel value when you first started dating her. You just stop giving into your relationship and let your relationship die out. Yeah, your relationship's going to end. You didn't put any effort into it, so you have to put effort into it. Take your significant other out. Tell your significant other how well they're doing. Tell them how beautiful they are. Tell them how gorgeous they are. Compliment your significant other. What their love language. Hit their love language. Do not let your relationship die because you got lazy. You have to continue being there. Don't take your partner for granted, because that's what happened to her. Her partner took her for granted and she was out. She said, I'm done. And now you sitting there, what happened? What did I miss? She was telling you, but she didn't feel like she had to keep telling you, hey, why don't we take me out on dates anymore? Take your partner on a date. Maybe you get busy, so maybe you can't do a date once a week. Maybe 2, like every other week. That's fine. But do not let your relationship die because you stop putting an effort into it. Don't let yourself be the reason why your relationship dies. All right, this next video here is from Hip Hop Lunch. It says, man gets emotional after being stood up on a date. I brought her flowers, been consistent talking to this girl for 2 weeks. I made plans. Oh, here we go.
So I just left a restaurant after waiting 30 minutes for a date to show up, and apparently I got stood up. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm trying to do everything right to be a gentleman. I brought flowers. I've been consistent talking with this girl for 2 weeks, trying to get to know what she likes, what she doesn't like. I made plans. I picked the restaurant, the day, and the time. You know, I've done everything to be just the kind of guy that would value somebody's time. Like, I'm just looking for my person. I'm just looking for the one that I guess is out there for me. I mean, I want to be somebody's husband someday, father. I'm trying to do everything that's right, and I just get stood up. Like, my feelings didn't even matter. Sitting there eating a meal by myself and realizing that Nobody even cares about people anymore. Like, LA dating shouldn't even be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to find somebody. It shouldn't be this difficult to fall in love. To be kind to one another. Like, what? Ladies, tell me, what did I do wrong? So I just...
All right, he has a lady's perspective. This is a guy who's been stood up. Coming from a guy who's been stood up, this is my perspective on this. 2 weeks is too long of a time, for one. If you meet someone on a dating app, you want to get into that conversation, you find the conversation flowing, y'all both talking to you, y'all both bouncing off each other, you're having a good back and forth, get off the app. At day two, day three on the app, get off the apps. Set a date. Hey, you want to meet in person. You want to meet, for drinks. You want to meet for coffee. You want to meet for food. You want to go out to a museum. You want to go do this. Whatever you into, get out and do that. You want to go on a light, window shopping or whatever the case may be. I don't know. Make up a date where you can get out and go places. Make for drinks for first and then walk around, watch daylight, go to a different coffee shop and bar hop. Like, get out the apps. Get off the apps. After you had a conversation back and forth, get the number, get off the app, set up a date and time. Boom. There you go. 2 weeks is way too long. 2 weeks is half a month. That is way too long to be talking to somebody on a dating app when they can get other people swiping in on them and having a conversation and starting up stuff. Another thing, when it comes to dating apps, men, there's bots out there. So therefore, you're matching with somebody and you don't know they're real or not. Get to talk to them first and they realize they're a fake person. They're a bot, then don't move on. So check out the app as quickly as possible and then get the phone number so you know the person's not a bot or not. And then if you're going to do a date and you're going to get set up, do a date that you're going to enjoy. Don't go to a place like a dinner, sitting by yourself, sitting there like, I've been talking to her for 2 weeks, seeing what she likes and what she doesn't like. You're already getting ahead of the horse. The car hasn't left the shop yet. You're already trying to drive it. It's broken down with no engine. Slow down. Slow down. You don't know her yet. You haven't met her in person, so you getting like all her likes and dislikes and all this stuff. You don't know her. She can tell you whatever she wants to tell you online. Until you meet her in person and see what she's really about and see how she moves and navigates, do not get ahead. Do not get this emotional satisfaction of this relationship. Don't build this relationship up that hasn't happened yet. You're trying to get ahead of the horse. I want to be a good father. I want to be a good husband. Bro, you haven't got to the first date yet. So slow down, take your time, and understand dating should be this hard in LA. Yes, LA is the second biggest city in the United States, but dating is just gonna be just as hard because you got people in LA who's going for they're out there trying to go for goals and dreams. So they're trying to find somebody who won't hinder them from accomplishing their goals and dreams. They're not in a small town city where options might not be as big as well. They're in a bigger city where there's multiple options. So you gotta separate yourself from the pack. A lot of dudes like you were just been on a dating app for 2 weeks. 2 weeks just talking to her versus actually meeting her in person. I would legit try within, if I had 3 days of conversation, we're going back and forth. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? What are you doing Monday? Want to go get drinks? Want to go get coffee? You want to go play some video games? Want to play some board games? Want to play pool? You want to play, I'm trying to think of the game, skee ball? You want to go arcade? Like, get off the apps. Don't sit there and create this fantasy, this emotional fantasy of what your guys are going to be like 10 years from now when you haven't got to date one. So that's one thing I would say to you. That's what you did wrong in this situation. You waited too long. And then posting the video online. Yes, rejection sucks. But posting the video like, oh, what's wrong with me? I want to be this. Like, it's not a strong look. I get you have emotions and you want to let it out. Understand that, but talk to your friends about that. Ask your friends about this versus posting online and saying getting validation that, oh, I'm breaking down because a girl rejected me. Heck, dude, rejection happens. We get rejected left and right. Men get rejected more than women do. So you have to get used to that. Get used to rejection. Let that feeling sit in. But if you decide to go on a date, do a date that you might have fun with. Don't do a date just for her. Do the date for you too. So that way you do get rejected, you still can do something you enjoy doing. I like going to arcades. So if I got rejected, I'll be like, hey, at least I'm going to have fun at the arcade. I'm playing Dave and Buster's, whatever the case would be. If I got rejected, hey, I went to brunch, gotta have a good meal. Ice cream, I love ice cream, had a good meal. It's like, don't do something like, I'm gonna spend all this money for her and then kind of find out she doesn't show up and like, I'm sitting here at this restaurant with roses by myself. So don't sit there and try and get her likes and dislikes. Get her off the app because some other dude got her off the app and probably already talking to her while you're sitting at that date by yourself. All right, next video. This is from D-Hawks. He says, I have a question. Let's see what his question is.
My girlfriend and I set the boundary that we give each other the password to our phones, but we will never go through each other's phones because of trust and respect for each other's privacy. One day, she gets in the shower and I'm like, you know what? Let me go through her phone. I put the password 3 times that she gave me and it does not open. Her phone does not unlock. She lied about the code. I tell her she's wrong for lying about the code, and she tells me I'm wrong for trying to go through her phone without letting her know. Who is worse, her lying about the code or me trying to get in her phone? I have a question.
The dude going to the phone is worse. You went through her phone. Phone is more, that's a privacy thing. Somebody doesn't want you to have their phone, they're not going to give you their phone. Regardless if she gave you the code or not. Yeah, you're like, oh, well, she lied about the code. You went through the phone while she was in the shower. That's worse. Going through somebody's phone, they put their phone next to you. They're not expecting you to go through it. I'm going to go ahead and go through it. I'm going to go ahead and go in it. Dude, that's worse. You're in the wrong here. Her giving you the fake code, all right, cool. But if you ask her, like, hey, can I see your phone? And then you put the code in, then she, like, you realize, oh, what is this? Like, we had just phone. I gave you my code. You gave me your code, but that didn't work. What's going on? Versus you, it's like a dude trying to break into a safe and then be like, the code to the safe that you gave me is wrong. You told me you never break into it. Dude, you're in the wrong here. That's plain and simple. Like, do not go through somebody's phone. Do not go through somebody's stuff without their permission. You messed up. You're in the wrong. I don't care if she gave you the fake code. You're in the wrong. Why are you going to her phone in the first place? If you don't trust your partner, get out the relationship. But you do it as a test. Yeah. Okay, validated she's not being trustworthy, but then you just make yourself look even more of a bad guy because you the one who went through her phone. And she gonna tell people what happened. You're the one who, like, you're in the wrong. Left and right, man. There's no winning for you. You're in the wrong. All right, there's another video here from Rue TV. So let's see what you're talking about here.
Please don't catcall me unless you're attractive. Unless you're a 7, 8, 9, or 10. If you're a 10, you're probably not catcalling. But don't do it. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that unless you're sexy. Please don't catcall me unless you're attractive.
Don't catcall at all. Let's just not do that. I don't care if you are attractive. I don't care if you are sexy. Don't catcall men. Don't do it. Like, if a girl catcall you, let her catcall you. That's cool, but women don't catcall usually. Like, I can't think of the last time I got hit on from a girl catcalling me ever. Ever. Never a girl has like, ooh, you look fine. Like, a girl never says to me walking by. But as a guy, don't catcall. Like, don't do that. Because you, for one, if you see a hot girl, you want to go talk to her, and you come across her, like, if y'all happen to be at a stopping point and she look like she's looking to have a conversation with you, like she's had her headphones off, she's looking at you, she make eye contact with you, walking by, and she's like saying hi or wave, that might be your moment to be like, hey, how's it going? What's your name? My name is this. Now you don't even ask where you're headed to, but be like, how's your day going? Or like you about to go to the gym or something. Well, cool. If you're free, here's my number, hit me up, or may I have your number? If you're free, can't take you out. That's a quick interaction. Now, you gotta be really on your game to do that as a guy. Like, you gotta be like, all right, I see her, we see each other walking back, and she's make eye contact with me, I make eye contact with her. I wave, she waves back. Here's my moment before we pass each other, might not see each other again. The other option, you see her, you get on the dating app and see if she's out there on the dating app. Hopefully she's in your town, hopefully she's not, hopefully she's single, and hopefully she's out there. But don't catcall her. She said unless she's sexy, it's a setup because sexy is different for each person. What one person might consider sexy, another person might consider it ugly. What one person might consider, attractive, another person might consider unattractive. So it's different on the spectrum there. What one person might consider 10, the other person might consider 5. So you don't know what a girl thinks. So if you sit there like, oh, she think I'm hot, I'm gonna catcall her, hey babe. No, don't do that. If she makes eye contact with you, that's how you gonna do it. She makes eye contact with you and she waves at you wave at her and she waves back. that is your moment as you guys are walking past. If she's looking like she wants you to talk to her, and that looks, she keep eye contact with you, not like staring you down, but like eye contact with you, look away, and eye contact again as you're walking past, and smirk a little bit, there's your moment. There's your moment. And then I will probably say like, hey, how's it going? Kind of thing. Like, I won't even catcall because I'm walking past her. So I'll be like, hey, how's it going? And she responds back to that, cool. If she doesn't, all right, we made eye contact, we waved, but she kept going. So that's how you will handle that situation. Don't catcall, ever. It's not a good thing. It's horrible. And because this video is blowing up, there's actually 3 more videos I want to play regarding the situation. This one right here is from Green Cowlin, and she reacted to this video.
Please don't catcall me unless you're attractive.
I love her honesty here, because the reality is for a lot of women, it's okay if you approach. It's okay if you compliment her in public. It's okay if you catcall her. She has to find you attractive. And the problem is, what does that even mean? What is attractive?
Right, that was Green Cowlin, and then here is the Lady J.
Please don't catcall me unless you're attractive.
Wait, what did they say? Let's hear that again.
Please don't catcall me unless you're attractive.
Okay. Yeah, that's really what they said.
Unless you're a 7, 8, 9, or 10. If you're a 10, you're probably not catcalling.
Yeah, no, 10s don't catcall. In fact, gentlemen don't catcall. But let's even take it a step further. No person should be catcalling another. That's not what people that know how to conduct themselves actually should be doing. Anyone that has manners would actually know better.
But don't do it. I don't want none of that. I don't want none of that unless you're sexy.
Isn't that just lovely? What a wonderful example that is of how perception really does matter. Because if a person is considered to be attractive, their actions could possibly be considered to be flirtatious. While on the other hand, if they're not considered to be attractive, their actions may be perceived as just harassment.
Yep, and then the last one, that's the Lady _ J. The last one here is from the Ho _ math. Let's see what we got here.
Please don't catcall me unless you're attractive.
I have had prettier women than you call me beautiful, and I have had less pretty women than you call me not beautiful. Men usually know where we stand with women, but we usually don't know where we stand with a woman. If you want attention, you're going to have to sort through it.
So pretty much they're all saying the same thing. Like, nobody knows what attraction means. He was saying that, like, the guy in the interview is like, one attention, you got to sort through it, which pretty much saying, like, who do you want hitting on you kind of situation. His last video, they actually didn't make no point with that, really. Like, what are you talking about, bro? But the other 2 ladies, they had a good point. Like, what does that even mean? What does it mean to be attracted to somebody? What does it mean to find somebody? And from there, you have to watch body language. In that moment, if you're, and the only way for this to work, for you to get, if you watching her walk down and you're walking in front of her and y'all make eye contact and you wave and she waves back, is the only way to do that. If you see her from behind, do not walk up to her. If you see her across the street and she does not notice you at all, do not walk up to her. The only way for you, if you see a girl out in public like that, you have to, as you're like on the you're walking and she's in front of you, you're in front of her, y'all make eye contact, and you wave at her and she waves at you and she's smiling and she's not like, she's waiting to give a smirk or waiting to give a smile like, hey, how you doing? If she's not giving you any attention whatsoever, let it be. If she doesn't see your hand wave and you make eye contact and you wave her and she doesn't wave back, let it be. Do not catcall, because no lady wants that. And she's like, unless you're attractive, but then you're risking yourself being like catcalling, and then she come around making a video like, I can't stand being a horrible piece of trash because of this, and the dude wasn't attractive, but he tried to hit on her. He tried to catcall her. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you miss your opportunity, get on a dating app. Hopefully she's there. If she's not, all right. Hopefully you come across her again in the future. So that's the videos with that and TikTok. So let's go ahead and do some Reddits and wrap this episode. All right, let's go ahead and hop into it. First one, is this considered cheating? My boyfriend of 5 years was caught with OnlyFans and talking to 5 other women online getting news from them. We've had the discussion before that I do not care if he watches porn, but once it comes to talking to another person and sending dollars, it's cheating. He swears up and down that it isn't cheating, just another form of porn. But when this happened the first time, we agreed that it was considered cheating. I'm not sure what to do or how to go about this situation, as this is the second time he has done it. I need all opinions and feedback that I can get because everyone thinks differently. What do y'all think? Cheating. Hands down. Cheating. You're cheating. You already had a conversation. You already established your guys' boundaries. Y'all both just said that you getting on OnlyFans, sending money for news, sending money for whatever while you're in a relationship with somebody else is cheating. You already established that. This is the second time he's done it. He got caught again. He doesn't care. It's cheating. Now, I personally wouldn't give my significant other a third chance. Like, we already established this. You don't care about porn. Somebody who is considered sex positive, I think porn in healthy doses is not a bad thing. You just have to have education, understand you're watching entertainment, and it's not it's not real. You gotta have that conversation. But the fact that he's in a relationship with you, and he's going to OnlyFans, paying women for news when he can go on Pornhub or watch it, he's cheating. It's plain and simple. He can ask you for news. He can pay you to make an OnlyFans and send him news. Like, the fact that he's doing that and you already established that this is what you consider a cheating of a boundary of yours in a relationship, and he has crossed that boundary a second time, done. Get him out. It's over. It's cheating. I wouldn't, no. Don't put up with it. All right, next one here. Do I persist or move on? There is this girl that I see on a consistent basis. When we first met, we seemed to get along just fine. We are both the same age. We chatted with each other about anything, work, life, etc. And it seems like we have a connection. I enjoy talking to her and the feeling seems mutual. However, recently it seems she's been giving me the cold shoulder. She rarely greets me, hello, good morning, goodbye, see you later, etc. She seems to not want to talk when we see each other. I'm the one who starts the conversation, where at most time it's met with apathy or stonewalling. I can understand if she is busy or if she's going through something and wants to be by herself, but when I'm away and I'm just looking at her direction, she's talking to everyone else like she has all the time in the world to spare. Sometimes we can talk just like that before, but it's like I have to really stretch to have a conversation with her that's longer than a minute. My question is, do I try to persist, keep talking to her, try to find something we have in common and see if there's something here, or do I just move on? If I must move on, I'm not going to start treating her differently. I will still be friendly and helpful as usual. I assume the obvious answer would be that she's not interested and you just move on. But what's bothering me is that we were talking like friends at first. I just noticed recently she's been emotionally distant. I feel like I unknowingly said or did something she didn't like and she's acting avoidant. I appreciate any advice. I post this with good intentions. Thank you. She probably met somebody and probably there's some feelings there first. You didn't make a move. She met somebody else and she's trying to find her way not to get attached, and she's trying to separate herself. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt that that's what she's doing versus her just saying I don't want to talk to you anymore. What you should do, just kind of continually treat her normal, be friendly, be cordial, but I would not sit there and try to persist. One, you didn't make your feelings known or anything like that. You didn't try to take her on a date or anything. She probably met somebody and is moving on with that, and when she becomes single again, she probably come back and talk to you because you gave her a little dopamine rush, you gave her a little attention. But what's happened is that you missed your window. It happens. Move on. Don't try to persist. Just be cordial with her. Especially y'all work together. Just be cordial. Say hi. And don't try to pressure yourself into a situation to make her feel uncomfortable. Just be like, okay, I missed out. It is what it is. All right. Next question. My best friend cheated on her husband and swore me to secrecy. My best friend, 30, and her husband, 35, have been married for 6 years, have two very young kids, and she recently admitted to me that she slept with a mutual friend of theirs. Ooh. She said she doesn't want to divorce her husband, but she doesn't feel guilty about it. and I think is planning on cheating again. She has sworn me to secrecy, but I do not know if I can just sit by and watch her destroy her marriage because I'm sure this is going to blow up in her face. I know her for a very long time, and she's basically like a sister, but her husband's also a dear friend. What would you do? Not what would I do. My best friend is cheating on her husband, and I don't know whether to tell him or not. Too long, didn't read. What would I do? I'll tell my best friend to tell her husband. Like, hey, you cheated. You need to talk to him. I don't swear me to secrecy. Talk to your husband. Talk to him. Let him know what's going on. Okay, if you don't do that, it's going to get worse. It's going to be horrible. I might have to remove myself from this friendship. Like, I probably won't be able to hang out with you guys because I will probably say something one day that I don't condone with. You're cheating. You don't feel guilty about it. One, you cheating. You don't feel guilty about it means you do not care for your husband. You don't care for your relationship. You must be just in it for, supporting reason, financial reason, whatever the case may be, because you have a strong system, or because you're in it for you want to keep the kids, make it believe like you guys have this strong relationship. But if you're cheating on your husband, you're out of the relationship and you don't care. That's the worst part. You don't care that you cheated, and you think about doing it again. Tell your husband, let him break up with you. Let you guys in the relationship and show your kids that you can have a strong bond with mom and dad and not be together if y'all don't work together anymore. It's okay. It'd be better for the kids in the long haul in your relationship get divorced. But don't put me into something. Don't tell me and don't expect me not to look at your husband every day and say, hey man, she's gonna have sex with somebody else. A mutual friend, by the way. So that means everybody knows each other. Yeah, no, I would tell my best friend to tell her husband that she cheated. If not, I'll move myself from the friend group. I'm not going to be a part of that drama. All right, we'll do 2 more and call it a day. So here's the next one. Good first date, but no text afterwards. I, 26 female, went out with this guy, 27 male, for dinner for our first date. The date was good, but I think I messed up. Ooh, question mark. We laughed and had a good conversations, although there were quieter moments in between topics. He paid for dinner. He implied twice that we should go out about again. He also flirted a little bit, but I didn't exactly respond well. My response was a bit nonchalant and non-committal. Yeah, that's not good. I also did not flirt. Oops. At the end, he walked me to my car, and I gave him a one-arm hug. Whoo, the kiss of death. That comes across as very platonic to the point that it's a soft rejection, right? Well, no surprise I haven't heard from him, and I wonder if it's because I appeared not interested. Yes, 1,000%. You wasn't flirting back. You seemed non-committal and nonchalant. I don't want to be on a date with somebody who seems nonchalant, who seems like they don't want to be there. And then instead of giving me a full embrace, gave me a one-arm hug. Come on now. I wouldn't text you back either. I'd be like, well, cool. Now he did say we should hang out once again versus saying like, hey, let's meet up next week at this certain time. So he didn't establish a date and time. But I wouldn't establish a date and time if I was getting I'm not into you vibe. I really don't want to talk to you kind of much. I'm just nonchalant. I'm here for a date kind of thing, but not really here, to get to know you. I'm gonna give you a sidearm hug versus the full hug. Like a sidearm hug is so offensive to me, especially my love language is physical touch. So therefore, if you're my girlfriend, you give me a sidearm hug, I feel like we're just friends. I don't think we're an actual partner or committed relationship. Like I like a full embrace hug. So if somebody gives me a sidearm hug, especially you're a female, I'm thinking like, okay, you're a friend, somebody I'm not really close with, somebody I'm just like being cordial with. Yeah, you messed up. If you really was interested in this guy and you wanted to get to know him, you need to go reach out to him and say, hey, it's okay, we go on another date. I wouldn't, or ask, can you see him again, or can you meet for coffee or something like that? Be expected if you're asking him out on a date that he might ask you to pay. But if he's a guy and he's more about like more traditional, he's gonna pay for that date. So I would ask him, is it okay if we go out another time? And no, I don't say pick a date and say, hey, kids, go out another time. Are you free next weekend? Are you free another day? Just like kind of show him that you actually are interested in him, and that maybe that first date you just had like first date anxiety or something like that. But yeah, with those kind of actions, I will feel the same, that you just here for a date. You wasn't here to get to know me. And that one arm hug at the end of the date, no kiss, no big, not even a big embrace hug. Yeah, I'll be out myself. Like, I'm over this. It's fine. I'm another girl who actually would be, more interested in getting to know me and actually will give me a full hug. Call me petty, but that's what I want. I want a full hug. That's all I want. It's a full hug. Don't side arm hug me. That's disrespectful. In my opinion, I'm hurt. Hurt even. Breaking down. Tears. What is this? Just a meeting of friends? Yeah, give me a full embrace hug, okay? Don't do that crap. Don't do that at all. All right, last post and we'll call it a night. I just don't get girls. I need advice. It seems like every time I connect well with a girl and we're having a great time, things suddenly fizzle out. I'm at the point where I'm starting to lose hope. For example, a couple of days ago, I got a girl's number and I thought that was a positive sign. We went out for a meal, had an amazing time, and I texted her the next day, keeping it casual. She took a day to respond and said, sorry, I wasn't in the right headspace. I told her it was fine and asked if everything was okay. Our conversation lasted only a few minutes and then she went quiet again. I want to send her a message, but I don't want to come across as pushy. I'm just getting tired of trying so hard. Okay. I will send her a message, like just saying, hey, if you're free, would you be interested in going on another date? If she's not and she's taking time to respond, if she didn't respond back to you, whatever the case would be, then you got your answer right there. You didn't really say how your conversation ended. You said with a few moments and then your conversation went away. I would ask, like, hey, just to confirm, like, if you want to get to know this girl, but she said she's not in the right headspace, I would take that almost as a hint to stop moving on and move on. I mentioned this before. Dating is not easy. You're looking for the best person that fits you. It's going to be a little bit. Now, you did say you're taking it casual. If you get the girl's number, I would, like you said, you met the date, had an amazing time, and then I would start planning the next date. Hey, when you free next time? That first date, and then like letting the conversation go. But yeah, she take a day, respond, okay. But then she says she's not right headspace. I'll be like, all right, I'll take that as a right headspace. That means that day or that week, whatever the case would be. So I would ask, hey, when the next time you're free, can I take you on a date? I would ask that question, and she doesn't respond back to that. Call it there, and I will move on. I wouldn't sit there and try to focus too much on her. There's another girl out there. You'll meet another girl, get on the dating apps, you'll meet another person. So if she's not investing in you or not being interested in meeting you, I wouldn't put the time and effort interested in meeting her. I wouldn't sit there and just have text conversation all the time with somebody either. I would try to meet them in person again. So you have that first conversation, you met at the first date, message her the second time, take a whole day response. Okay, cool. She said she wasn't in the right headspace. Got you. Understand. Is there anything that can help? Like, that part is fine. And then, you fizzled out from there. I will reach out one last time and say, hey, I'm interested in getting to know you some more still. When are you free? Is okay to take you on another date? And she said, no, I really don't feel like dating. Or she's saying like, I'm sorry, I really have a lot going on. Understand. I wish you the best of luck and keep it moving, man. That's how you handle that situation. All right, guys, wrapping it up. Is there a question you want me to answer? Please put in the comment section below. If not, you can send it to alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer it on the show. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating, and keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating you want to put in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.